hanging in there, girl. Hanging in
I
there.
know. I know. I know. Um, man, what's the look? I'm about to ask you an old lady question.
Uh,
What's the weather like?
it is currently 92 degrees here in sunny Florida.
I think we got y'all beat. Um,
Probably do.
it is. Wait, I'm getting an update. It's 91 degrees here in Bedford, Texas.
Texas.
Girl, it's a different type of heat than we used to.
Right.
Um, I went outside yesterday and I was like, okay, I'm not used to this. Uh, it's like a dry, not as dry as like Las Vegas, but it's still pretty dry in my opinion
It's
here.
extra down here. So.
Girl, I don't look forward to August because August is like summer square. It's a whole different ball game. And at this age, I'm hot. I'll be hot. I'll be hot. Like it's it's not a good thing for me to put hot sauce on my food when it's hot because then I begin to oh, sweat chocolate glaze.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Not today.
Don't hate, don't hate, don't hate. So
Okay, say blase.
Glaze. I'm gonna change my name. What we can Tasha May Glaze.
Oh my God. We're going to so it is July. Um, shout out to everybody that celebrates something in the month of July, birthdays, anniversaries, divorces, graduations, opening your business, whatever the case may be, anomalies, we are celebrating you. Congratulations.
Congratulations, y'all. I love it. Love it. Love celebrating things. Um, so I know with social distancing, our parties are not looking like parties, but July is like that's like our barbecue and chill month. Like I love it. Um,
Some
and
people also don't care about social distancing. That's why we lock back up and mandatory masks and all that good stuff.
do
So
you? This might hinder me seeing you because they about to keep people from Texas out of everywhere.
they messing up the flow. Come on, y'all, do y'all thing correctly so we can
Like,
start traveling and stuff.
right? Because our goal is to do some episodes for y'all together, like in the same spot. And this is not working.
Not working at all.
Oh, man. So, um, because we are embracing our creativity here at Anomalous Black Women Podcast, I love it. Um, Bina, tell me something um, that you created or accomplished or discovered recently that embodies you embracing your inner creativity.
Hmm.
That was all kind of extra.
Ask question.
I, say it again.
That was a big loaded ass question. Like, eh, now, let's see. I am still I'm a one woman show, so I am still working on my websites for my jewelry business and my graphics business. I finally got all the URLs together for my other stores, so I have Bayhive Boutique, Black Fly Clothing online, and then I got the Greek store for the sororities that I do stuff for. So I have Bayhive Greeks for them. I bought the Bayhive Tribe URL, so I got that,
Oh
and
wow.
yeah, so I'm trying to make sure that everything is uniform and that I have everything that I need to make if somebody hears something they know that it's under the Be Aisha Inc. umbrella. And I did make some waist beads recently, and
Hey.
my thought process with this, it's a cultural thing. Africa. I think what Ghana and some other countries originated it. But most of the time they do it where they don't take them off. Like I don't know if I can do that, but what I did do is make it stretchy. So I know a lot of people don't want it to stretch because they want to see when they lose weight and it drop down. But if you're like someone like me or you with gastrointestinal problems, you may need something that can stretch because then it can show you, hey girl, you bloating. You need to try to figure out what's going on with your stomach. A lot of times we don't even know that we're bloated until it's disproportionately, and then you like, damn, what's wrong with my stomach? So right now I have on one is stretchy, so that it can drop down if you lose weight, but you will know that you are bloating as well if it starts rising back up. So I haven't heard anybody talk about that. Don't try to steal it because I said it here first and it's recorded, okay?
Hey, how about that? I
Yeah.
like that idea though because, like you said, with the IBS um, and GI issues, I think a lot of times we aren't exactly aware of all the things that cause us issues. So with the stretchy, I think that will be the alert that we need to kind of, hey, think back, what was it that I ate this particular time that caused me to have that problem?
Right,
Or
because it fluctuates so drastically. Like one day your stomach could be as flat as whatever it's gonna be, and then the next thing you know, you bloated, and you like, dang, what did I eat that disrupted my innards? So, like you said, we are not always self aware that it's happening until
right,
it's out of control, and we can become more aware of what's going on with our body, evaluate what we're eating more because a lot of gastrointestinal issues come from what we eat. And just try to keep track of what's going on with you so that I know we love food and we love to eat, but some stuff you may have to give up or find an alternative to if it's causing you issues with the gastro system and acid reflux and all of that good stuff. So yeah, I think that's it. I mean, I did other stuff, but
we're supposed to share one.
and that was a whole because it was what you going on that was creative or an accomplishment or a discovery you made about yourself.
So I discovered that I wanted butterflies in my living room. So I finally finished my butterfly project of creating a butterfly wall where it looks like the butterflies are coming out of my plant decor that's on an end table. So I have butterflies going up my wall across the top of my uh, sofa. And I love it. Like when I come inside, I mean, the colors speak to me. And so now with the addition of all the butterflies, I just feel like I'm always in springtime.
Oh, how long did that take?
I mean, they're like the butterflies are already done. I just ordered them off of them, and it's just little stickers.
Oh, okay, okay, I see, I see.
But they fold, so they actually look like they're flying because they're
Right,
not flat on the wall.
right, right.
My
Like
special eclectic world.
I remember when you was starting that.
Yes, yes, yes. So, y'all, today's topic of the day. Y'all thought we was done. Today's topic of the day is: are you living if you do not seek new experiences? Or are you simply existing?
Mm.
Right? I know. I know. Tasha went there today. Just want to start this off with a quote for you, Beans. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
So the quote says, "To make your life a masterpiece, Imagine no limitations on what you can be, have, or do. And that's from professional speaker Brian Tracy. What are your thoughts on that?
It just sounds like manifesting whatever it is that you want to be or do. Yeah, make your life a masterpiece, man. Yeah, because whatever you think in your mind is gonna become whatever it is that you want.
So
That's hard to do, though.
it is hard to do. It is hard
Hmm.
to do. But I don't think that in setting goals or, dreaming about things, sometimes we see things, well, depending on who you are. Either you see big picture or you see details.
Right.
And what we want to do and desire to do, we have the ability to strive toward that. And it's up to us to do that for ourselves, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
So how do you as an individual ensure that, you're living each day to the fullest to make sure that you get to that point? Like, are there any like specific things that you do at the start of your morning or throughout the day?
Well, let me think.
Y'all, Bina just ate, so she got the itis. Can y'all tell? I just want y'all to know she got
Yeah,
the itis.
I'm sure I'm not as perky as I was when we first started. Them burgers good too. My honey buns made me some turkey burgers. Two turkey burgers.
Too. Tell it.
And it felt like it's some weed or something in there.
Say it ain't so. Infused THC turkey burgers. I'm telling. Send me one.
That's all right. You know I got my card now. Don't play. Don't play, girl. But no, okay, so as an individual, I'm gonna tell you, it's hard for me to live my life to my fullest because most of the time I don't feel well. So I have to push through that, and I try to make sure I get up and come to my work room because if I'm in here, then I know I'm going to be doing something fulfilling whatever it is I need to do. If I stay in the bed and try to work, I'm gonna be all over the place. So I think one of the things is to find you a central location where you can be productive. Um, and I mean, this COVID stuff is stopping a lot of things that people want to do to live their life to the fullest. I mean, if COVID wasn't here, I'd probably be in Africa or something like that. We always try to travel and go places that, hang out with the people instead of just going on a cruise ship or whatever. We fly into countries so we can actually get, the full
The
yeah,
feel.
actually
Immerse ourselves.
right. Actually talk to the people without having some type of guide or having to rush. So I think the main thing that people need to do is get outside of their comfort zone. Because comfort zones are nice, but you can't grow there. So get up out that comfort zone, find you a place where you can focus, and travel as much as you can.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
And wear mix match colors and patterns.
Yes. See these earrings. Can y'all see the earrings?
Yes, yes, yes. I
This hair
see.
in the way. Can you see it?
Is that a pic?
Yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
one.
It is.
No,
Sorry,
that's
I
Which
missed
one
that.
is it? That's
Could
the
you say it
love
again,
one.
please?
yeah, it's the love one.
Okay.
I was about to say, what you picking, friend? What you picking?
I I think the pick is in there on the dresser.
Oh.
It's in there on the dresser.
So I don't know if you all noticed or not, but Bina and I love earrings. Like love earrings. So if you know any person who creates unique earrings, that's my arena. Like find me, let me know, send me a DM, email us. I
Right.
love earrings. So I know it's off topic, but these are some earrings I found on the
Oh,
Etsy.
that's so pretty.
Yeah, I love
What
these.
material is that?
It's leather.
Oh, okay.
So um,
Anywho, what do
it,
you do as an individual to ensure you live your life to the fullest
so
each day?
I make sure that I get up, and I actually blogged about this today. Um, I make sure that I'm getting up and getting dressed so that my brain is like, okay, it's go time.
Right.
And I find that when I stay like in the jammies all day, then I'm sluggish. But if I
Yep.
get dressed and it's like, okay, this means you got stuff to do. And so I get
Hmm.
those things done. Um, like you said, this, I am stumbling today.
She ate too, y'all, while she trying to talk about me. Okay, go.
Travel is so very important
Yes.
to a creative's mind.
Mhm.
I think that ability to see different things and experience different things helps boost your levels of creativity. Like
Mhm.
if you
Even
see the
even
thing,
just traveling to states that you've never been before in the country. You know what
absolutely,
I'm saying? Like you don't even have, because I know a lot of people don't like to go outside of the country or whatever, but it's it's so many things that you can do in this country that'll take you and your creativity. Oh, it'll boost it.
absolutely. From the I don't want to, yeah, I can say dilapidated communities, um,
Mhm.
to different murals. And when I say murals, I include graffiti in that. That is
Mhm.
art. I definitely want to go down to Florida to that museum, the graffiti museum. I don't know if you heard about it, but I
Mhm.
can't wait to travel again. Oh my gosh. Uh, and also, I express a lot and we both do. I think it is also a creative thing in your attire.
Mhm.
It is one sure way for someone to kind of get a feel of how you're feeling that day, if it's
Yeah.
not a uniform. Because if a person is comfortable in bright clothing,
Mhm.
you'll be able to tell, uh, you know, a lot about that person by how they carry themselves in the color orange or in the color yellow. Like those are some bright ass colors. I just want y'all to that in that lime green. Anybody that can rock that lime green, like it's okay. Because
Yeah.
they blinded me though. I just want you to know that blinds me. But anybody, especially somebody who has melanin that looks like coal. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. With some pretty white teeth. Oh anyway. Uh, I just had a vision of a god in lime green, fluorescent green, whatever color you want to call it. But definitely, so getting up and getting dressed, travel, and attire are
Mhm.
things that help me live out loud and others to see my light. Yeah,
What are
yeah.
some things that would what you think would cause a person to stay in the same place?
Monotony,
Yeah.
not changing their habits, not seeking new things. People a lot of times being comfortable. Like you
Mhm.
said earlier, you stay in the same place. You see and do things with the same people all the time.
Mhm.
You all are on the same level. You can't grow.
Mhm. Right.
You're not gleaming anything from someone who is on the same level with you. So you have
Right.
to find those that are have already gone where you want to go.
Mhm. Yeah.
And this is why we have to get out of that mindset that people are our competition. If they
Right.
already been where you are definitely not competition for
Right.
them.
Right.
So you should be trying to figure out what it was that they did to get where they are.
Right.
Learn from them. And
Right.
those people in those places also have to open up a bit and reach back out. I know when you get to
Mhm.
a level of I don't want to say success, but it is success, and you have
Mhm.
another level of responsibility.
Yeah.
And I think part of that responsibility includes reaching back.
Of course, it does include that. Not everybody does it,
Right.
you know. Even people that aren't celebrities, but they get some type of following, they start getting high and mighty and do the same stuff.
Look, I remember when you used to dig in your nose.
Right,
So I'm gonna need you to stop.
right.
But
But
that is true.
yeah, and another thing that makes people stay in the same place is their health. You know, I talk a lot about health, and some people, you know, when they get certain things, they let that push them down.
Yes.
And you gotta move past whatever your disability is. You gotta figure out a way to do what you want to do and still be, you know, not mess up whatever it is that's going on with you. But you can't just sit in the same place and just wallow in pity. And I can attest to that because I've done that before. It shrinks you,
Yeah,
and like you said, like we said, you can't grow that way. You got to get out of that. But
absolutely.
look, it's folks that they won't leave off the East Coast. If they can't drive to wherever they trying to go, they won't. They not going. So they done been all up and down the East Coast. That's all they know.
You know, the the first impression I got while living in Virginia with the peninsula and south side and you know,
Hmm.
having to cross that
That
go through
bridge.
the bridge, go through the tunnel. There were a lot of people who had never been across that tunnel. And
Yep.
like, so you mean to tell me you live in Hampton and you've never been to Suffolk or Norfolk or Virginia Beach or, Chesapeake? And from what I named, from Hampton to Chesapeake, it's like 40 minutes. So I'm trying to figure
Hmm.
out.
But they're not going. They got to cross the bridge. They'll go to Philly first before they go to Virginia Beach or Chesapeake.
And that was just amazing to me. But yet again, I know people in my hometown that have never been on the East Bank or they've never been on the West Bank. And it's like,
Hmm.
how can you be so close to something and hear about it all the time, but you've never been? That
Hmm.
is crazy to me.
Hmm.
I think that has a lot to do with, the the type of family that I come from. Um, Being a military family, you're on the move and you travel a lot. And so for me, traveling is it's part of who I am. It's part of my life story.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
So
true. That's true.
uh, that that is
I was just talking to Lamar the other day, and we were talking about how we don't understand. You know, we don't understand how people that served are like that because once you join the military, you have black people that's never been around white people. You have white people that's never been around black people. You have all these people coming from all these different places, and then you don't grow. Like I don't understand that. Your mind doesn't open. You don't see things like when I joined the military, baby, come from Birmingham, Alabama. That opened up my eyes, honey. I was like, what y'all doing? What is that? I'm interested. Tell me more. Like, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause
yeah,
I'm not saying that I ain't never been around white people or nothing like that, but it was just meeting people outside of Alabama.
right.
People, from the Midwest or from Cali or up north. Like, and then, like you said, we travel all over the place, and it's people that's in the military that are like that, where they want to stay in the same place. They don't want to do nothing. I don't understand that.
I don't understand how you join the military and not want to go anywhere.
Right. I don't understand how you join the military and not have an open mind about a whole bunch of things.
Oh, speak on it.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother
Another,
podcast.
okay.
Actually, a series we could do.
What are some things that push you out of your comfort zone?
Girl, Bina. Bina, did y'all hear that? Bina. Yeah, let me say that again for you. Bina pushes me out of my comfort zone. Because I will tell you that had this podcast not been in her brain over these years, and just really just her influence alone, I will tell you, has pushed me out of my comfort zone. Like, there are certain things that I probably never would have done if I had not met you. Honestly, no, seriously, because there is a way that I grew up, and I grew up in a very, I don't want to say very strict,
Yeah.
but it was pretty black and white, not much gray area.
Right.
So I and I tend to still operate in that sometimes, depending on what it is.
Right.
But I am grateful for you because because there were a lot of things that, I think I was beating myself up about, and probably still do. I'm getting better, but was beating myself up about because I just didn't realize that I didn't need to, you know.
Right.
Um, so yeah, podcasting for all the world to see. Hey y'all, I'm
And
Tasha.
y'all, let me tell y'all, she the Canva queen. She does all our graphics that we put on our social media, and baby, she be on there doing her thing. Like, it'll be 2 o'clock in the morning. She'll be sending me all these flyers. Like, what you think about this? What you want to do about that? So yeah, she be on it. She be on it with the podcast material because she is in charge of our marketing and public relations. Contact reach at anonymouswomen.com. Our PR director is right here.
Just put me out there. Huh? Just put me out there. I'm gonna attach somebody else's picture to the response. I know who this is. I'm gonna give her a new name. So same thing, like what pushes you? Because you went into coach mode earlier. So what pushes Bina out of her comfort zone?
I honestly, I'm gonna say you, and yeah, cause we do so much together, and like we are fearless together. So if it's something out there, we're like, you gonna do it, you gonna do it. Okay, we gonna do it. You know. So it's like I mean, I like to do different things anyway. I'm always into something, always trying to figure something out, whatever.
You
But
ain't lying.
Tasha's mind thinks differently from me. So stuff that she want to do, I'm like, girl, what? Okay, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? So we do things at the drop of a hat. Like, let's go to California. You ready? You ready? Yeah, let's go. And I think that when you have good friends, they make you fearless. And when you guys are together, it's nothing that you can't do. Um, and we all push each other because we see each other's greatness. And that's what you need in your life. People that see your greatness and they are pushing you forward. Sometimes we see things for the other person that they don't see. You know what I'm saying? See things for them that we know would make them even greater than they are, but they don't see it, and we push each other up. So my girl circle, I think that's it. You know, they have told me that they wouldn't have done this or they wouldn't have done that if it wasn't for me, but I feel the same way. You know, my little tribe of women, everybody is fantastic, and you can
Everybody.
stay in this tribe and just sit there and be a sloth. So
Yeah.
I think that's one of the things that people need to do in order to realize that they need to do something different. They need to make new friends. They
Mm-hmm.
need to be around people that's gonna say, "Girl, you are good at that. Come on, let's figure out how we can make that a business, or let's do such and such, or whatever it is that the person wants to do." you got to have a group of people that's they climbing too,
Yeah.
and they willing to pull you on up with them while they climbing to wherever they want to go. So
I think
that's what pushes me out of my comfort zone. And y'all are the reason a lot of times that I realize that I can do certain things because I have imposter syndrome all the time. I feel like the stuff that I do is not good enough. So they push me forward.
girl. What I think, we're gonna talk about imposter syndrome at some point. Because
Yeah.
I feel like this is something that we need to discuss with women
Mhm.
and in our community. So we're
Mhm.
gonna hey, anomalies, we coming back to that topic. We definitely
Right.
coming back to that topic. Uh,
Right.
I just wrote it down because we've got to discuss this. I've got things to say about this. But it's it's serious.
Mhm.
It is a thing, and I think we do deal with that. But I really want to say, within the people that your circle, my circle, the circle that I'm closing and cultivating,
Mhm.
as you should do
Yeah.
uh, in life. You know, I think there's somebody with every skill that I would need.
Mhm.
I mean, I believe I know someone that
Mhm.
can do or answer a question
Mhm.
related to any topic that I might need within my, I won't say exactly immediate, but I can reach out maybe second
Mhm.
and
Yep.
get to that information or to that person. And I think
Mhm.
that's amazing. I
Mhm.
feel like at this point in my life, that is something that I can be proud of.
Mhm.
I can definitely be proud of, and you as well. We've cultivated those circles, and hey,
Yeah,
let
and it has definitely turned into spiritual and physical advisors, business advisors, and like you said, the immediate circle, the circles that overlap the immediate circle. I mean, it's so many amazing women in our little tribe of people, even our immediate, and then we move out further. Like you said, it's nothing that you got a question. One of us has to answer, and we're not trying to keep it to ourselves.
nope
If I know the answer, I'm gonna tell you the answer, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. I'm gonna get you started. I'm not gonna do it for you,
for
but
you, right?
I will get you started and push you in the right direction. And so yeah, that's it. That's
We
it right there.
good.
Yeah.
We good. We good.
And,
I love
and
it.
and at this point, I'm not saying that I won't meet new people and have new people in my life, but I feel like at this point in my life, the people that I have in my immediate circle are always just gonna be them. Cause you can't be friends with everybody, and everybody shouldn't know everything about you. So that's another thing that stunts growth. Telling too much of your business, and people try to use that as
Ooh,
a weapon.
ooh, say that.
Hmm.
We talk too much. You know, on that, talking too much about your personal business. You remember when people didn't tell folks when they got their income tax, when they got
Right.
when they got paid, how much they got paid?
Hmm.
When did we start doing this?
Girl, the age of social media.
It amazes me. I remember my grandmother telling me when I first started working, she was like, "How much you got paid?" And so I told her, she said, "Don't ever tell nobody else
Hmm.
how much you getting paid." I said, well, "You asked, you my grandma." So I told you, she said, "Let that be the last time." Oh, okay. Didn't know. So now, when we were getting the income tax come around, everybody, it's a thing. And I'm like, Never gonna broadcast when I get my income tax or when I got my stimulus
They
check.
definitely don't realize that's from their growth.
Yes, because it's not important to anybody else but you.
Do you think that it's possible to grow in any area of your life, personal, professionally, or whatever, doing the same thing every day?
No, absolutely not.
I'm gonna tell you, we all get into our routines and we do things over and over and live this life over and over every day. You doing the same thing. You can't. That's a comfort zone. You can't grow like that. So having the same routine every day to a certain point can help you
Hmm.
with your time management, but you have to also venture outside of that and do other things to help you grow. You can't think that you getting up every day, getting on Facebook, chit chatting with everybody is gonna help you in any area of your growth. If unless y'all talking about something that will professionally help you grow, but most people aren't doing that. You gotta get if you gonna have a routine, you need to have a place in your routine for spontaneity. And that way you will have a medium. You know what I'm saying? Like it's okay to have a routine, but you can't keep doing the same thing every day and think you're gonna go somewhere, grow
Right.
something. It's not gonna happen.
It's okay to outline, but at some point you got to color in.
Right.
I like
You
that.
better tell them, girl.
I
And let me tell you,
like
I was listening to Meg the Stallion the other day. I love Meg the Stallion. I don't care what y'all say. Anyway, I was listening to her and she said, "Don't be a copy, because when you a copy, you ain't nothing but a doodle. Be unique, be authentic. Don't copy. I mean, it ain't nothing new under the sun, but you
right.
can't copy people. You can't try to copy a person's exact life, exactly what they're doing, because guess what? You a step behind always because you waiting
Always.
to see what they're doing. That's
Hmm.
another stunt to people's growth. Use your creativity, use your imagination. All of that stuff helps you to become a more well-rounded person.
Right.
And at the end of the day, that's what you don't want to live your life, and then when you turn 72, 82, or whatever, you regretting that you didn't do this or you regretting that you didn't do that. I can honestly say, and I ain't trying to put this on me, but if today was my last day, I would be okay with that, because whatever it is that I want to do, I do it.
Hmm.
I set myself up in some type of way to get it done. um you know, whether it be academically, um career wise, personal, all of that stuff. Whatever I say I'm going to do, I do it. So whenever the last day is, I will not be sitting there saying, "Man, I wish I would have went to Jamaica. Man, I wish I would have went to Africa. Man, I wish I had a went on that cruise. Man, I wish I that would never happen to me." And nobody should want that to happen to them either. You should
Hmm.
want to grow. You should want to get out of your comfort zone. Um, get on that airplane, because you can this. I think you can die by being hit by a car or bus before you crash in a
Flying a
plane.
plane. Hmm.
So get over your fears, even if you have to do it scared. Let me tell you, I zip line, and when I started that zip line, I was scared as hell.
I still ain't done it.
But I'm gonna tell you, and this is a metaphor for life. When I started, I was like shaking. I was so scared. But once I started gliding, we were in this pretty area that had like lots of trees and water and all this other kind of stuff. Once I started getting down, you start up high and you start going down. Once I got to the mid part, I saw that I had started living in the moment. I was looking at the trees and how beautiful they were, and I was looking at the water, like that water is so pretty. You know what I'm saying? And by the time while I'm doing this, it was over. I was at the bottom. You understand what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
that's a metaphor for life. You start off scared. You don't know what's gonna come. You don't know what's gonna happen. But once you start going, you start looking at things and you start living in the moment. You live in the moment. You see things. You see people, and when it's all said and done, you down at the bottom, and you did whatever it is that you wanted to do.
That's the
And
difference between being present and just be present.
mm-hmm.
Be present in the moment.
Right. I mean, furniture exists. This table, this, MacBook, this whatever, it exists. You don't want to be furniture.
Mm-mm.
You want to
No,
live. And living means getting outside of your comfort zone and doing things. If it's in your mind, if it's not illegal, do it.
do it. Or yeah. So
Or don't tell nobody. I'm
right.
just saying.
You can't really get caught if you're the only person that know you did it.
Exactly.
But I want to add to that because the one thing that I think people, like you said, you do a routine. You have your standard routine, like I blogged about. I have my standard morning routine.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing that I have done, and most successful people read regularly. So the one thing that I have done is when I find a book that I'm reading, I try to find a book that's in opposition of that book,
Mm-hmm.
so that I can alternate between those books. So my coloring each day outside, in within the black and white of the outline lines, the coloring
Mm-hmm.
is different each day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I get one perspective one day and another perspective on the same topic,
Right.
hopefully, usually, on the next day. And that definitely opens up your mind
Mm-hmm.
to even more, because you're thinking about this view, and is it really so different from this view, or is it pretty similar, just one difference?
You talking about religion, but we gonna talk about that right now.
No, not religion, just
No,
anything.
I'm just saying it sounds like religion.
Oh, oh,
It's
okay.
basically the same thing, but people don't want to delve into other people's things to get a different insight on what's going on. So that's another thing that stunts your growth. Trying to, you don't want people around you that's gonna challenge you, or you don't want to see a different opinion of yours. You don't have to change your opinion, but it would behoove you to listen to other people and hear what they are saying. Because
Understand.
whether you know it or not, sometimes the things that you believe in are rooted in ignorance.
Ooh. Let that sink in for a minute. Ooh.
Some of the things that we have in our head is rooted in ignorance. And I did not say stupidity. I said
Mm-mm.
ignorance.
Ignorant.
Ignorance means that you are unaware that it's something different to what you're thinking.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So it is that's good, Tasha, because I can't be around everybody that think like me and expect to grow.
Hmm.
So I have many friends that are in direct opposition to everything that I say. I'm fine with that.
Yep. That's I mean that is something that I started doing, really just to see how much which one made more sense to me is
Hmm.
is, is the real reason I started doing that. Uh, and now it's become a thing. If I read about this topic, I definitely want to hear somebody else's viewpoint on it.
Hmm.
So if that is if that is the case, when do you think most people realize that they need to do something different? Like, is there something that you feel when you need to do something different? Like, when I feel like I need to do something different, I I notice I get restless and I start doing. Um, I don't want to say become self destructive, but in a sense,
Hmm.
yes. You mentioned being lazy earlier today, but I think I do more things that become detrimental to
Hmm.
my progress. So it's
Hmm.
almost like I not attempt, but unknowingly begin to go backwards
Yeah.
from the progress that I've already made.
Hmm.
And it's like, okay, Tasha, you've already been here.
Right.
What are you doing? You need to press pause, regroup,
Mhm.
and progress forward.
Right. A lot of things that move people forward is something drastically changed in their life, and they open their eyes to where else, wherever else they need to be, or what else they need to be doing. Um, Big life events change people, and it opens their eyes. So I think that's one of the things that pushes people to realize that what like they start like I can't believe that I'm in this situation, or I can't believe I'm doing this. I got to make a change. So I think that's one of the things that makes people realize that it's time to do something different.
So you're saying I should go ahead and have a baby?
Yep. Bring on my niece or nephew.
Out the blue, y'all weren't ready for that anomalies. That is random Tasha-ness, just so y'all know.
Okay. We
So,
need to close. Yeah, we gotta close this out. I don't even know how long we've been on. What
girl,
the recorder say?
this is how we do though. We get to talking to one another and it just be
Yeah,
yeah.
they don't
So
want to banter back and forth. So anomalies, thank you for listening. We're gonna go out with a quote that we came in with. It rounds out everything that we've been saying. Make your life a masterpiece. Imagine no limitations on what you can be, have, or do. I mean, there's nothing else left to say after that.
nothing else left to say. Y'all be good.
Be
Keep
good.
it
We'll
right.
talk to
Keep
you
it right.
later. Bye, Emily.